Hi, my name is Lisa Katamai, and I study at Славутицький Lyceum in Славutицький district in Kyiv Oblast. I wanted to talk about how do different English accents impact our perception. So, what is an accent? In social linguistics, an accent is a way of pronouncing a language that is distinctive to a country, area, social class, or an individual. An accent may be identified with the locality in which its speakers reside, the socio-economic status of its speakers, their ethnicity even. Also, very often, by hearing someone's accent, we can judge who are they by their caste or social class. So how do we differ those accents? Accents typically differ in the quality of voice, pronunciation, and distinction of vowels and consonants. Although grammar, semantics, vocabulary, and other language characteristics are often vary concurrently with accent, the word accent may refer specifically to the differences in pronunciation, whereas the word dialect encompasses the broader set of linguistic differences. Accent is often a subset of dialect. For now, we're going to talk about a little bit of history. As humans spread into isolated communities, stresses and peculiarities develop into accents. In North America, diverse ethnic backgrounds contributed to various accents. It's hard to predict how long an accent takes to form. Accents in Canada, South Africa, Australia, and the US emerged from mixing different accents and languages affecting British language area. Being understood. Pronunciation is often overlooked in ESL. English second language. Yet it's key to clear communication. Misunderstandings can arise when speech isn't intelligible, affecting learners, education, careers, and social lives. Common myths like thinking pronunciation isn't important or that students will pick it up naturally often prevent proper instruction. In reality, focused teaching helps learners speak clearly, build confidence, and adapt their speech. To be honest, clarity matters more than sounding native, and a strong accent doesn't always mean unclear speech. The goal is to be understood. Okay, now about prestige. Some accents, especially those linked to European or upper-class backgrounds, are viewed as more prestigious, leading some speakers to adopt them for social advantage. In the UK, received pronunciation, RP, is associated with the upper class. In Brazil, prestige is often given to middle-class and upper-class Paulistano, spoken in Greater São Paulo, and Fluminense, spoken in Rio de Janeiro, in contrast to Caipira, or speech associated with rural or lower-income communities. Despite social perceptions, linguistically, all accents are equal. None is more correct or superior. So now we're going to talk a little bit about social perceptions and stereotyping. People often make immediate judgments about a speaker's intelligence, trustworthiness, friendliness, and competence based solely on their accent. For example, a British received pronunciation accent is often perceived as educated and elite, while certain regional or foreign accents may be viewed as less competent or credible. In a study published in the Journal of Language and Psychology, researchers found that people tend to trust information less when it is delivered in a foreign accent. Non-native accents reduce the credibility of non-native speakers, not because of stereotypes, but because of the cognitive difficulty in processing accented speech. This really shows that even without conscious bias, our brain's effort to understand an unfamiliar accent can influence our trust levels. Discrimination. Researchers consistently show that people with non-native accents are judged as less intelligent, less competent, less educated, having poor skills in English, and are unpleasant to listen to. Accents have even found to be more impactful on perception of babies than non-perceptual dividers like race, religion, or sex. In a PNAS study, babies were told to choose a toy from 2 recorded speakers with varying characteristics. statistics. Ahead of all variables tested, including race and gender, recordings speaking with an accent native to the child were selected at a considerably higher frequency. In the English-speaking world, speakers with certain accents often experience discrimination in housing and employment. For example, speakers who have more foreign or ethnic minority accents are less likely to be called back by landlords and are more likely to be assigned by employers to lower status positions. On this slide you can see prejudice against non-prestige accents. 29% of senior managers from working class families have been mocked for their accent at work. 35% of university students report being self-conscious about their accent, and 41% of university students from the north of England are worried about their future because they don't know how their accent is going to influence it. Socially, certain accents, often linked to wealth, education, or specific regions, are seen as more prestigious. For instance, received pronunciation in the UK and paulistano or fluminense in Brazil carry more social weight, while rural or working-class accents like caipira are often unfairly devalued. This can lead to accent-based discrimination, where individuals are judged as less intelligent, professional, or capable simply because of how they speak.